This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to maintain a schedule. I did not go live Tuesday morning, but here it is Thursday morning. I missed my Tuesday live, but I'm trying to, no, I missed my Thursday live, and this is Friday morning. That's how my life is going. That's how my life is going. I worked in the yard yesterday. What can I say? All right, and I got more weeding to do today, but let's do some art. I have a lot on my plate that I'm working on. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me sit down. I have Happy Mail. I'm working on this celebration box. I have some Amazon haul. I want to make some washi tape. I think I'll make my washi tape out of this. And I want to finish this box. Yeah, we got lots going on. We've got lots going on. Let me get over here to my other device so that I can see you folks coming in. And let's go to the live. It's right here. Oh, I got the sound on. Excuse me, I got an ad. Do, 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 do. Wait for the ad to quit. I might have to bop out of it anyway, but because I don't get chat right away. There it is. Welcome in. Vanessa's the first one in this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I want to finish this box. I want to make some washi tape. I did a mailing the other day, and when I make postcards, I always make some to send to myself. And these are the two that came back in the mail yesterday. I like this Dear You theme. Dear You, trust your wings. And I think I'm going to make more of those. And this is a garden fairy that I did out of that gnome book, off of an illustration that was in it. And I sent one out, I believe, to Vale, Becky, and Kimberly. There were about 8 of them, went out to several people. And I think I got them all mailed. And I think I'm going to start putting my postcards in this. I'll just put these in here temporary. But I think I will start putting the postcards. I've got some over in my mailbox that I've sent back to myself. And this will just become like a little postcard journal that I mail back to myself. They fit in here pretty good. So we'll keep that out. And I have, this came this way. It looked like somebody, it probably got torn here at this sticker. It almost looks like somebody tried to peek in it. But this is a card, I believe, from Arlene. Let's open it. If I can with my scissors here, maybe. Finish opening this. Got a card from Miss Arlene. Let me fix chat here. Welcome in, welcome in. Chat filter, come on, chat filter. All messages. Well, I see 6 of you out there. If you're up in the balcony, Vanessa is the only one who's talking to me. But there's 6 of you out here, and I'm one of you, so there's 5 of you here. Welcome in, welcome in. If you're still in bed and haven't opened your eyes yet, or just don't feel like coming in and chatting, that's quite all right. Look at this card. It says, hello, friend. Let me hold it up closer. It's a nice card. I need to make more cards. Hello, friend. And then you open it up. And it says, may your cup runneth over with faith and love, Arlene. Aw, that is so cool. You know, my cup doth runneth over. The Lord sure has blessed me. First of all, He's blessed my life, but He's blessed my YouTube channel with lots of good friends like Arlene. Bless her heart. Thank you, Arlene. And I'm going to have to get my mail bucket out here, and I'm thinking I'm going to put all my mail in a big flip-top box and empty my bucket for more. Let's go back into my stream here. There's Dar. Good morning, Dar. No, that's Mina. Oh, it is Dar, too. And Mina says, hi, Meri. Have you been awake since Jacqueline's earlier? I have been. I've been testing some YouTube changes, and we won't go into that. I was a little frustrated, but kind of worked through it. Good morning, Dar. Good morning, Mina. Have you been up all this time? I'll bet you're about ready to go back to bed, aren't you? Do you still sleep during the hot days out there? You're out in Arizona where it gets really hot during the day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I have been watching the newspaper for articles about the upcoming 250 birthday. And this was more about Flag Day, but I'm going to put it in here. This is from our local paper. And I think I'm just going to fold it up and put it in this box as is. I might fold it a different way. And this is going to be my kind of a time capsule box. And I think I saved that article about somebody is doing a time capsule. Is this it? Yes. America 250 time capsule has items from every state. And do you know what they picked for Nebraska? I had to laugh. From Nebraska, an archival photo of the vice grip pliers. That represents Nebraska in the 250 time capsule. Vice grip pliers. I mean, really, Herbie Husker would have been a better choice, and I'm not a Herbie Husker fan. Vice grip pliers. Let's see, who's doing this? I've got poor lighting in here. Let me see if this helps. Not much. America's time capsule has been officially, it's got the fold in there, sealed in commemoration of the United States 250th birthday. The 900 pounds, and we got a little photo. I don't know who's supporting it. I can't read this text under this light. It's too dark. But this article goes all into the time capsule. And let's see. I think it's continued, and I didn't save the continuance. But I'm going to put that in here about the time capsule in my celebration box. And I've been watching the newspapers and the articles for things to put in my celebration box. And I'll show you some more here. And I'm making a little journal. I'm doing some tatting. Let's see. I have an Amazon haul. I got another one coming today. I have an Amazon haul here. I think these are just napkins. I'm going to share them with my members, hopefully, if I can get a member video going. I've got some more some more, hold on. I got some more napkins coming. I like these because they're in a star shape. So I'll probably keep a couple and give away the rest. And then these I chose because I can cut. And some that I'm sending today or getting today have a lot of little phrases that I can cut and put in my journal. So I got some more coming. Let me put those behind me. And then these I got to put in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but there's 10 of them, and they're beads. Let me hold it up closer. I don't want to take them out of the package because then I'll wrestle with putting them back. But they're all commemorative. They're kind of thick. Well, that's 2 of them. They're kind of maybe not quite, maybe 3/8 of an inch thick. So, but they are beads. They've got a little bead hole that you can bead and string them. And there's 10 of them. They've got different designs. I was thinking about maybe splitting one in half, making it half as thick and using, I would get 20 images instead of 10. And I might do that. And then I've got some charms coming. So I'm building a celebration box. And I'll keep these over here. No, I think I'll keep them with this and my napkins. So that's my happy mail. I thought I put that down below. No, that's my drawing book. Okay. So what I'm working on is washi tape, and I want to finish this box. So I had to stop here because I ran out of time. And I don't like on the sides over here where it just gives me a 1/4 inch or maybe an inch. So I think I'm going to paint around the edges here. And I have to trim this off yet. I'm not sure. And then I think the top is kind of flimsy. I think I'm going to secure that top. I might not do it today. And I need to make a closure for it, and I need to paint the inside of it. This was just, my brother likes those dreamsicle cones. I guess that's what they're called. Ooh, I didn't turn the fan on. I've got to turn on the fan, you guys. It gets so hot in here. And then Dee Dee Willingham and let me plug in this fan. Dee Dee Willingham and Janet Young are doing an ATC swap. So I want to cut ATCs for that. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. Dar suggested that maybe I use this fabric. And I might do that and then maybe put an image that I create on it. My printer is still, I'm on a new printer. I think the overflow tank is overflowing, and I was researching how to empty it. And the research says to take it to a technician. And the nearest technician is 300 miles away. So I might as well just buy a new one. So this is going to be kind of a celebration box. I'm not completely done with it. I'm not completely, this isn't closing like I'm expecting it to. I need it more. Yeah, now I got it stuck in there. Because I didn't fold that flap in. And it's not going to be perfect, but I think I need to support this. So let's start by, let me look at chat. Let me keep track of chat more. Let me keep track of chat. Chat. What are they saying for Louisiana? Vanessa wants to know what they're saying for Louisiana. Where I put it. Wait, let me get it. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I don't know. I might have only saved off the bottom part of the article. Let's see if Louisiana is on here. I don't think all 50 states are here. Let's see. From Louisiana, a necklace with Krowe of Bacchus, Baccus, pennant, a collectible from the Mardi Gras, and glass beads. So they're putting a Mardi Gras necklace in there from Louisiana. I think that that's fitting. I don't think vice grip pliers are a very good representation of, it may have been invented in Nebraska, but who chose vice grip pliers to represent Nebraska? Yeah, that is kind of cool, isn't it? Adar put in a link to the ATC swap information that Didi and Janet Young are running. I'm going to participate. I need to email Janet and get her address. I don't keep her address around because I don't think she wants me to. So I'll email her and at least she'll know that I'm thinking of participating. Let's see. Mina said hello to Vanessa. Nina said, yes, I do, but the mornings are still cool, so I'm awake. Do you still have your cat, Mina? Becky lost Howie. I miss Howie. I miss Bernadette, too. Awesome. And everyone, I'm working on a few projects here. Oh, you're working on some projects? Good morning, ladies. I've got 8 of you in here now. Coloring View. Hi, Coloring View. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, let me finish putting this on and let's see if I can proceed here. Looks like it started coming off here, over here, as I was bending it around. So what I was doing was taking off the... I've decided to use carpet tape, double-sided carpet tape on this, instead of that expensive Yes Paste that's almost up to $60 now, $57. Jeez. And even if I have to pay $10 for a roll of duct tape, I think it's still cheaper than although it may not be acid-free. I like my Yes Paste, but I don't like the price. And I could buy the smaller bottles of it, but why buy the smaller bottles multiple times? Because when I use it, I use a lot of it. Yeah, I got the overlap here. Yeah, come on. Is it gonna take it? Yeah. Busy morning? Is that you, or are you talking to, no, where's my, there we go. It's way too sticky for me, Vanessa says. You have a bottle of Yes Paste that I only use twice. It is very sticky. I use a palette knife to apply it, but my hands still get sticky. I would agree with the stickiness. But if you want it to stick, that's why they make it sticky. Now I have about a 1/2 inch that's not glued down here. Alrighty. So it's going to look something like this, but I don't like how flimsy this is. The entire box is kind of flimsy. And I think I'm going to paint the edges. And I don't know if my paint will hold this tape down along here or not. I was thinking, I have to dig through my fabric, but I was thinking maybe some dark blue or dark red washi. And if my paint doesn't work, I might go to that. And I'm just kind of bending these edges over for right now. I don't know if the paint will keep them down. I could probably seal it with something, but I'm not completely unhappy with it. This didn't get taped. Let's save my release papers. I did get an envelope of them out for them to store them in. Put this back up here. Can I reach it? I think I can. Hold on a minute. If I want release papers, it comes in handy when I'm making washi tape. And that type of thing. I put a bobby pin or something around that. Put it back in the slot here. Okay. So I'm going to cut this off if I can. Now I'm getting into the sticky stuff. I don't like using it. I don't know where my old scissors are. I don't like how that trimmed. But I'm going to redo the edges anyway, so if it's not perfect, I'm okay with it. Let's see. I don't have to trim much over on the other side. I have to trim the front. And that's not sticky. So, you guys doing anything for Father's Day? Coming up Sunday? Which reminds me, I probably will not stream Sunday because we're going to be with the family. So, and the start time is 2:30, so that means I won't be ready to stream at 6. But I want to spend time with them. Yesterday, my brother went to his stepson's wife's funeral. Some of the family came and picked him up, which I thought was really nice. I didn't go. I didn't know her very well. She was nice to me, though, when they came here one time. She played the organ or the piano for a church up in Lincoln. And I guess she's had health problems, but my brother said she choked on a piece of shrimp and they couldn't revive her. That's what he said. Now, I don't know if that's what really happened, but one of the members of the family said she hasn't been well anyway, so I don't know the exact cause of. She was in a coma for a while, and they took her off of life support, and she passed away when we went down at the lake. All right, now I think I'm going to reinforce this with another piece of cardboard or something. I have another box that might fit. And I've got another one out in the porch. He eats these dream sticks. That's what they are. And the boxes are not strong. But I have another strong box, but I'll just use this one for, I'll use this one for spare parts. A box for spare parts. If I can find where the, let me get this one off my desk. I need to find where the seal is in here. Which one is it on? Here. And it must be here. I guess I'll cut this one. I'm going to cut it more on the side than on the top because if I can, let me tear it easier. Well, it's not working. And I'm going for a top here. And I'll use this for spare parts for other stuff, I guess. Or I'll throw it away eventually, probably. Because sometimes I'm looking for a flat piece of cardboard. Like this. Alrighty. What's happening in chat? I want to pay more attention to chat. Mary, you can use foam core board to make that box a bit more stable. I could. That's a good idea. I don't know where my foam core board is. I think it took it out in the other room. I want to make some shelves. But I'm going to be doing more. He keeps these boxes for me. He goes through these dream sticks quite a bit. He likes them. And I've just recently started saving the boxes, so we'll try some with foam core. I have a State Fair box, and it's really sturdy. Now, he likes the State Fair corn dogs. Do I want this? Well, we'll see. I'll throw this away. And I might use this whole thing here. And I'm going to put it on with tape. So I think I'll start taping in here. Find my tape. What? Oh, it's right here. I got the salvage of that fabric. Becky's bowl is full. She crocheted a bowl. Let's see. How do I want to start this? over on this side, I think. And here's why I get that envelope out again. I shouldn't have put it away. Here's why I like this. Grab one of these. Put this right in. Make sure I have it at the end. It's hard for me to see where I'm going without getting my head in the way. But if I take a piece of this, now I'm already off a little, but that doesn't matter because, let's see if I can lift it up any. Well, no, I'm just going to have a crease there. That's okay. But what I like to do before I ruin my scissors is put a piece of release paper on this. And then I can cut it because I have paper on this side and tape on the back side. And I don't ruin my scissors, get them all gummy. And I do that quite a bit when I'm making tags and stuff. Looks like I got a thread there, but that's not going to matter because this is going to all get on the underneath anyway. Boy, don't put that tape on your lips. That hurts. I put it in my mouth because I needed a third finger. Let's see if I can't do it this way, if that'll work. And it doesn't have to be exact, because this is all on the underneath. It just needs a good bond. Come on. Can't see where I'm going here, but I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust it. Yeah, I did pretty good. Throw these little scraps away. And I'll buffer this down a little. Get it off. Now, I watched Barbara at joggles.com. I used to watch her all the time. I haven't watched her so much recently, but she used to cover journals like this with score tape, which I think is kind of expensive too, but she's a shop owner. She probably gets it wholesale. So I'll use duct tape in lieu of my Yes paste. That didn't all come up. I must have been using 2 pieces. Well, there we go. Flip it over. Now, the next side, the next piece is not going to use a complete piece, and I'll show you what I'm going to do there. Rid of these. See, I only need, and this is crooked here, but it doesn't matter because there's enough of a stronghold here that if that doesn't get glued, that's okay. But on this, what I'm going to do, because I won't use the entire width of the tape, is I'm going to take a piece, a longer piece, and put here. And then when I cut it, I'll cut along here, and I will have a piece of washi tape. So, then that open. Get this off. I'll flip that over. All right, let's cut this first. Find out where the crease is. I want to leave that on there while I'm cutting. And see, this is all double-sided tape. I can take this and put it on a piece of fabric and make little pieces of washi if I want. And that's just hang over. And let's cut this. And yeah, I'm getting into some sticky here. I don't like to use my better scissors on the sticky stuff. Let's see if I can't cut this a little better here. I don't know if I can or not, but we'll see. It's gonna stick. It doesn't work on the little pieces as well. Those more slender pieces. Yeah. I'm still getting gunk. All right. Let's just trim it. Gunk on my scissors. Probably should use a knife blade on it because I can snap off the knife blades, but All right. Now, my battery ran out of, my phone battery ran out of juice when I was doing this the other day on my stream. But what I was doing was showing how I make little pull tabs in here. I'll get this off of my desk for now. I might, that's a photo. That's a photo. I might want these. Put them back in the envelope. Who knows? Need to put a bobby pin on that. Put this back over here. And I grab a pen. And what I do to make this easier to pull is I make me a little pull tab. Just by getting it started here. Not always perfect, but it gives me a start. And I do that on every piece, every strip. A little pull tab. And then just make a little horizontal cut with my pen. And then I lift up the release paper enough to give me a pull tab. And sometimes I have to work with it to make sure I'm not getting the tape. Alrighty. So now what I want to do is put this on here like this. And I'm going to try to do it one at a time. We'll see how that works. So I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to try a Becky bend, but I might have to pull the whole thing out. And I'm going to put it right up here. And then pull. Now, how hard is it to get a hold of this other one? I'll pull this one out a little too. And I might have to pull the rest of these all the way out. This one's going to be a pain here. There we go. I think I can pull two of these out. I lost my tab. can do this one. Now I'm only going to secure the top of it a little more. Now let's bend this. There we go. That's much better. I'll make a little. I'm debating whether I want this on the outside, closer on the outside. I'm not really liking all of this. It's not sticking. I think it would be better to have the closure on the outside. This is a pretty makeshift thing here. Let's put all of these away, get them off my desk. I'll have plenty of release papers. I'm not really liking how it's closing. I'm wondering if it would be better if I put side flaps on here to tuck in like this. I think if I had side flaps on the top, it would tuck in better. Let's go ahead and clean this mess up. I'm not liking this at all. And I think I'm going to try it with my palette knife rather than my scissors. My utility knife, not my palette knife. Find my board here. Cutting board. And gotta scoot back up close to the table. And let's see if I can't clean this up a little. This wraps around. Yeah, I think this works much better than the scissors. Might need to use the scissors on that. Well, maybe not. I'm going to paint the edges. Let's clean this up a little. If I can. I don't know, the top of the box may be getting into your view. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trimming the excess fabric off of the edge of these boxes here, cleaning it up a little. What that is excess fabric. Okay. This side's pretty clean. It was the leftover. And let's see if I can't trim this a little bit better. I might need to snap my blade because I've been using it. I'm not sure if that's getting what I want. Oh, that's okay. No, I don't like it in there. I might have to resort to washi tape after all. We'll see. This is just a me box. It doesn't have to be. It isn't like I'm making a piece that I'm going to sell or gift or anything. It's just for me. I think that cleaned it up a little. I don't like this. Alrighty. But I do think I need side flaps here. Should take those down. Let me turn it around. So what I'm thinking, get that spare cardboard out. See these? I tore this one, but I could make one out of this. And I'll have to cut it down a little. See what I have here. And we're going to angle it. Sort of angle it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Probably could find a better box to do this with, but these are the ones I have. These needs to come in more. And that one out less. And it's going to be thinner. But that's okay. Let's make this. We'll see how this works. It isn't perfect by any means. My trash off of the desk. Photos keep popping down on my, that's washi tape. Scraps on my desk. I'll come out and chat in a minute. If you wonder what I'm making, I'm doing a what I'm calling a celebration box. This is personal for me. It isn't anything that I'm trying to be perfect with, and what I'm planning on doing is putting 4th of July 250th celebration 4th of July items in here as I work on them. And I'm converting a dreamstick box. There's something like those. Oh, I forget what you call them. All right, I need some more tape. And actually, hold on to that for me, would you? Well, let's just pull another piece out. I got these all crammed in here. This one doesn't need much, but okay, you can let go of it now. Now I need my fingers, please. Now I needed more than Get this off my desk. What I want is to mark this right here and right here. It's not perfect. Hold on, I gotta get this tape off the end here. I'll get paper off of the end of the tape. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be too short, but that's okay. I can patch it. You cut off too much. Now I'm going to leave the paper on until I cover the inside of the box. Let me trim that. Pretty good. Let's see how that works. In the meantime, yeah, I think that's gonna help it. I'm still not. Let's pull this in. Yeah, see it? Well, it's not tucked in. Let's tuck it in. Yeah, closes this box up tighter by the time I get this one done. And then I'll put a little tab here to pull tabs to open it with. That works. Woo! I'm not saying that this is the best way to do this, but I'm using these boxes because I have plenty of them. And I'll get more. These, my brother eats these like crazy. And he doesn't throw the box away, but they're kind of flimsy. I have, let me show it to you. This other box, I'm going to make him start saving these boxes for me. These are bigger, and they are much sturdier. They're much sturdier. Kind of weird in here, but I guess I'm opening the bottom instead of the lid. I'll probably have to tape this and angle these. I guess that goes on the outside. I won't have to angle them. But it's a stronger box. It's got tape on the edge there. So I might start saving these and these. I don't know if I get plenty of them. He eats them like crazy. But I think putting this side tab on here helped it a lot. I I need boxes to put odds and ends in. But this is going to be a celebration box. So let's do this other side. Let me stop and look at chat. Let's see, what time is it? It's 7 o'clock. There's Becky. Becky, what did you do? Becky, bless your heart. Look at you. You didn't need to do that. Oh, thank you. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you, Vanessa, for thanking Becky. I appreciate it when you guys catch those things. Thank you so much, Becky. Hi, Disney Craft. I'm making what I'm calling a celebration box for the 4th of July, the 250th. And I'm just converting these boxes that my brother eats these dream sticks. And it is eventually going to hold my 250-year projects, like Dee Dee Willingham and Janet Young are doing an ATC swap, and I want to participate in that. I'm going to cut ATCs for that. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do for them yet. This is actually turning out pretty good. Once I get it all done, I think it'll be a sturdy box. Oh, I'm making a little journal out of this fabric, and I got some of the blues and reds papers from Jacqueline's Crafting Lodge, who, by the way, is probably going to be selling. This is Friday at 4 p.m. I don't know if she's selling to, sometimes she doesn't sell every Friday, but look for her around 4 p.m. Eastern. She sells dyed papers, and I'm using some of her reds and blues in the journal. And I'll probably make some tags and other things to celebrate. Some tatting. I'm doing a tatting project that I want to put in here that I want to use on this. So, yeah, I think this is going to turn out in the long run. It's the more I work on it, the sturdier it feels. I'm going to try something. I'm going to paint. I was going to put washi tape around the edge. I don't like this edge, how it gets cut off. And I think I'm going to paint around. Of course, you know, this kind of gets cut off too when it's closed. So it isn't really bad, but it kind of cuts all the image. It doesn't really fit this box. It's not a bad thing. Or I could put a strip here that says July 2026, 1776 to 2026 here. Put something right there if that bothers me too much. But I was thinking I was going to put washi tape around the edge. See, like this. This is really a nice edge here. But these edges aren't nice. Maybe I'll go ahead and use the washi tape, which we're going to do. Maybe let's stop on this for a bit. Let me put this in here. And this, I need to put some of that release paper on it to keep it from sticking on everything. I'll just put that right here. And we'll drop this in here. And this will be the other flap over there, and I need to do that. But I get tired of working on the same thing. I'm ready to work on something else. But I think in the long run, this is going to be... And I might decorate this. I might get some ornaments to put on here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But let's switch gears for a bit here. Hold on. And Becky, thank you so much for that super chat. That was so sweet of you to do that. Thank you. Let's put the cap back on my ink pen. And you guys, I stayed home yesterday. I didn't go to the funeral, but I debated. I said, should I run away? They went to Lincoln. The funeral was at Lincoln. And I thought, I didn't go. I didn't know her very well, but I thought, man, this is a perfect time to run away and go thrifting. And Becky, did you and Scott go thrifting? I have to go check out your video, your channel, see where you are on that. All right. Disney Craft, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, where am I on? Let me refresh my chat here. Chat filter. All messages. Chaz, hi Chaz, welcome in, welcome in. Coloring View is here. Becky and Vanessa, Vanessa's Angel Rose. Becky says she's crocheting dishcloths. She's trying to get caught back up. Yeah, I imagine you had some pretty rough days there for a while. So, but knowing you, you'll get caught back up. I never get caught off when I get off track. Becky said good morning to everybody. Mary, you can use foam core. Okay, I caught up with chat. I want to cut some ATCs for the swap. Now, this is Dee Dee Willingham, and Dar put in a link to Dee Dee's swap information up above. Let me get over here and get some paper. Let me get over here, see what I found. I think I'll use, is this watercolor paper? It is. Did I use it all? I used all of that. Let's go to this one. I see I'm going to have to get some more watercolor. Well, no, this is a new package. Or an almost new package. I like to do mine on watercolor paper. But the instructions are to make 5 and 1 extra to send to Janet. Well, not only do I want to send to Janet, I want to send to Dee Dee. And I want one for myself. I think I'll get 2 sheets out. So I need 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. Right? 5 to send. 8, I guess. 5 to send. 1 for Janet, 1 for Dee Dee, and 1 for me. That's 8. Counting on your fingers, Mary. And they are 2.5 by 3. And so we are going to cut, this paper measures. I don't need this mat anymore. Let's get rid of the mat. Oh, just put it away after chat. This paper measures, let's see, I think there's 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's 12 by 9. So that's 7. And it's not quite 9. It's more like 8 3/4. And get out my pens again here. 2.5 and 2.5 is 5. Purple ink is 5. My paper is 8 3/4. And I might get another 2.5 out of that, because that makes 7.5. And by 12, so 3.5, 3.5 is 7, and another 3.5 is 11.5, I think, 10.5. So let's see what I can get out of a sheet of paper. So if I cut this at 2.5 all the way down, oh, it has to be 3 the other way. I was doing it this way. Well, let's do it this way. Well, same way. I'm just going to cut it. See what I end up with. So I need 2.5 this way. And hopefully my blade is sharp. Boy, that seems pretty narrow, but I'm at 2.5. And let's just cut another 2.5. 1, 2.5. I might only need one sheet here. Two and a half. Two and a half, and I've got, what, 1.5 inches left? 1 inch and almost a half. That's, paper's kind of off anyway. All right, so I need 3 this way. Unless, let's see what Becky's saying. Did Jacqueline pop in here? Oh, Disney Crafting Stuff J. Oh, your last initial is J. Okay. I saw J and thought it was Jacqueline. They're saying hello. Becky says, I probably won't even try to get caught up with iCads, though, as I've lost interest. Unless I just do one of my own and stop following the prompts. I'm not doing iCads, but I have this, I'll put it down here. I do those postcards, Becky, every now and then and send them out. And I have this photo book that, I don't know, I got from someplace. And I'm going to start putting the postcards I send to myself in here. These are 4x6. And I got some over in my mail bin that I need to get out and put in there. Kind of as a post, you know, Tanya, when she would go on vacation, she would send postcards to her mother. I don't know if she sent them back to herself or not. I can't remember. She must have, because that just seems so small. But that is 3 inches by, that doesn't seem right. Is that 2.5? Yeah, that's 2.5. That's 2.5 by 3. That's the size of an ATC. Am I right? Is it 3.5 by 2.5 or 2.5 by 3? I think it's 2.5 by 3. Why does this not feel right to me? Oh, I'm making them 2.5 by 3. Maybe I'll go back and look at Dee Dee's. Let's see. Dar put in the... Let's go look at Dee Dee's instructions. 2.5 by 3.5. So that's why that seems small. So I got a bum one. Well, I still can use my... It's 2.5 by 3.5. All right. I'm glad I stopped and went and looked. I haven't made them in such a long time. So that looks better. All right. Well, we'll just put this with my scraps. I'll need it for something sometime. 2.5 by 3.5. That's much better. And I got little pieces left here. 2.5 by 3.5, Mary. Thank you, guys. We caught it before I went too far. And I need 8 of them. I'm going to start up here. So there's 4. If I wouldn't have messed up that one, I probably would have got them all out of the same sheet. 5. I don't know if I can get 3 out of. We'll see. 3.5. All right. 3.5. I go until 9 this morning, and I want to thank you guys for popping in and saying hello to me. I think I'll get all 8 out of here. We'll count them. I'm getting hungry. I didn't eat much yesterday. What did I have? What did I make? I don't even remember. I know I had some popcorn in the evening. I was watching a movie. I had popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I don't mess up, I didn't have anything decent for food yesterday. I'm going to turn off that overhead light. It reflects. There we go. All right. Now, Dar suggested that I use this fabric. But I don't know. I kind of would like to, I could slow stitch. This is going to be washi tape. I could slow stitch. I can't slow stitch with this gummy stuff on the back. But I could put slow stitch a piece of fabric and put on here, but leave an area for documentation. I mean, for a picture or something. Maybe the United States or a Liberty Bell. I like the idea of the Statue of Liberty or the Liberty Bell. And actually, I kind of like the idea of doing a flag like this size, but have the red come clear across and do a little flag and maybe put an image off over in here. Wouldn't get all the stars on it, but so I have to think about what I want to do on these. I'm going to put them up in the barrel over here. Let's make some washi tape out of these while I'm here. And I got some scrap. I like to get my scraps off of, look, these photos keep falling down on my desk. They want to be used in the worst way. There's no room for them up there. That's one of the things I'm going to use those boxes for, is to organize my desk a little bit more. The bows help, but they're not they're overflowing. Let's put it that way. Let's get these off my desk. Get a ruler. Let's cut some washi. Do I want to make it an inch or the width of the ruler? I think I'll make it the width of the ruler because it's already there. Paper is slick on one side. See, my scissors got all kind of gum on them. These might become my official old scissors. I'm going to cut here. And it doesn't have to be perfect cuts for me. Could use a part of that. Gum. Dar says, hello, Chaz. That didn't get cut off. I'm making washi. Now, see, that's what using these scissors on that tape, if I don't protect it, it gums up the blades. Now I could leave it wide, but I think I'll cut it right in half of the strips here. There we go. Got my washi tape. Now, see, things like this I could put in that box, but let's unstuck my desk till I get to my journal, which shouldn't be too far down. Oh, I found this paper. I got this a couple years ago. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. That song by Lee Green. I can't read it. You know who I'm talking about. Oh. This was the blue. I was going to make some blue pages. Here we go. It's my journal. And I might make a cover for it. I haven't completely decided on all of this yet. And I think I saved out purple paper. Jacqueline told me this morning that my next order should arrive on Monday. And I'm waiting for some purple pages to come in. And I don't really want this too awful thick. But I'm thinking I'm going to build the pages before I bind the journal. I think I stopped on doing these. I think I was saving these for something else. And well, I put that blue back up there. I thought I put some blue in there. Let's grab a sheet of blue. A blue wicked paper. Put my journal back up there. Put my box back up there. Now, and I think what I did on these was save these out. Scrap. I need a scrap box again. Ruler back up. What I did is I did a fabric page, a paper page, and then I did, see how this is the back of the fabric and this is the front? That back is almost as clean as the front. And I was debating whether to glue this on like this or leave it separate. If I left it separate, I'd have my own little, another little extra page to work on. And I kind of like that idea. And then on the next page here, I was going to have the back facing the back. You see, if you took this out, this back of the fabric would match this back of the fabric. Put that paper back in. And then this front would match this front. And I did that throughout the entire journal. And I think I like that. But I think I'm going to work on this a signature or a folio at a time, like this. Now I could, let's just put these, actually I want to put them in that box as an ongoing project. I could, I don't want to use these as a cover. I'm going to make a cover for it. But I could slow stitch on these, just something real simple. And I have some charms coming. I have some napkins. But see, if I fold this in half, see, I could see slow stitching, just running stitches around here, maybe put something in the center. And then we could take a washi and put it across or up and down, maybe on the border, on the edges. Let's work on this one. Put it on the edge here. Now, do I want to flip it over and do it this way? Maybe. Doesn't quite reach. Maybe I'll leave that side. Maybe I'll put this on this because this is dark. I like that. This is a little bit lighter. Let's use the blue stars. Let's snip this. Sticky scissors. And we'll put this right in here. I think I'll put it on and then snip it. So I'm going to be working on this through June and July. And I might have to make a list of things to put in it. Maybe we can do that in one of our chats. I need ideas, because I think I counted the pages and there were 48, but I forget whether I counted the paper or not. Let me pull this tape off. Can't get a hold of the thing. There we go. And of course I didn't get that one. There. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put it back in the box and the pad. I can't see. Probably should have snipped it off first. Dar said hello to everybody. Chaz said hi back to Dar. Alright, let's snip this off. Right. There. Now I got this little piece, but it's not quite wide enough. But it would fit this way, almost. Fit that way. So that's kind of the idea of what I want to do in here. I'm going to count my pages again. Oh, come on. So this goes like, I'm going to put it like this, so it'll flip that way. So there's two. This is going to be a, well, actually it's two folios. You could call that a signature. So there's one signature. Let me get them out again here, wherever I put them. On top of everything. So there's one signature. There, each signature has 8 pages because I'm folding it in half. So here's 2 signatures. 3 signatures. This one's missing. No, it's not. 4 signatures. 5 signatures. I have 5 signatures and a back page. So 5 times 8 is 40. And then I've got 8 pages here, in here, which would make it 48 pages. So this is kind of what I'm getting the feel for. But now I'm going to have to start thinking about what I want to put in here. Right now I'm just kind of there. What's on this? This is just a... So I could put... Actually, I should put this in my Society of Idea Collector. Let me get my Society of Idea Collector out because I need ideas. Let me put this underneath of my chair, back where I can find it when I need it, my cutting board. And let me grab my Society of Idea Collector book. Oh, let me put these back up here. Get things out of the way. So what I want, do I have it upside down? No. In here, this is all my current Society of Idea Collector. What's in this? The zine and a envelope with a pattern in it. Playing with making some inks here. It's playing with stamps. Ooh, we could carve a 250 stamp. There's an idea. I think I'm ending right here on this page, 106. 105. All right. So, let me. I never have what I want when I want it. I'm going to use this calligraphy pen. It might soak through to the other side a little, but there's just patterns on here. If that gets soaked through in there, it won't matter. So, what I'm going to do here is put 20, 26, 250th celebrate. I don't know, celebration is what I'm going to call it, but that's what comes to my mind. July 4th journal. And I'm going to date this 7/19/26. And this is going to be ideas for pages. And I have 48 pages. And what I just said would be an idea slipped out of my mind. A stamp. 1. Carve a stamp. 2. Slow stitch. 'Around, well, I'm going to put on 4th fabric, around image. So I need ideas. 3. Let's see. Oh, hi Trail 2029, welcome in. When I see you, Cheshire Cat, it always reminds me of a property company who used the name Cheshire Cat to buy dilapidated housing. Well, let me tell you, Dara is far from dilapidated housing, but I do find that kind of funny. You know, and I could even put a fabric strip in here just for the fun of it. I gotta think. I'm gonna put napkin images, napkin collages. And maybe, of course, some of them, one of them, the napkins, I think, has the Pledge of Allegiance. Or maybe I'm thinking about that newspaper article. Pledge of Allegiance. I-E-N-C-E. I'm spelling allegiance wrong. You can do 4th of July drawings. All right, 4th of July. What are some drawings that I can do? um, washi tape borders. Washi tape borders. That's what I have in my hand, this washi tape. Oh, I don't believe that about you 1 minute, Dar. You don't come across as being dilapidated. You come across as being very competent. I appreciate you. Trail says, I'm a bit dilapidated myself. Boy, let me tell you, I'm really feeling it in my hips lately. But I think as, you know, I find this year I get tired a lot more easy mowing the lawn. I had to split up the lawn mowing into 3 days. I did, but I don't get out there until it starts getting hot, and you know, because the grass is wet. But I did the backyard 1 day, the side yards the next day, and the front yard the next day. I used to do all of that all in 1 day in a couple hours. I don't know, getting old myself, but my heart's not old. I mean, my spiritual heart, my heart, not my physical heart. Red, white, and blue barn. Red, white, and blue barn. I like that. Red, white. You know, it won't be hard to find images because there's a lot on social media. I mean, they're selling all sorts of eagles and wreaths, and I was thinking it'd be fun to make a wreath, a 4th of July wreath. Oh, I want to use some tatted. I don't know. They gave us some patterns of flags, but they were too advanced for me. I maybe could needle tat them, but either trim or something, maybe a dangle or a tassel, trim, dangle, or a tassel. And of course, there'll be an image of the napkins will have like the Statue of Liberty and God Bless America. How about some music, some patriotic music? Patriotic music. You know, America the Beautiful, that type of thing. And of course, some history images from because I like history books. History images, you know, George Washington, the Liberty Bell, that type of thing. Mary, I changed my name from, oh, hi, Light Star. Okay, now I know who I'm talking to. Hey, Light Star. You know what I found out today? Go look at your YouTube. Update it. They have made massive change. I call them massive changes. If you go into the AI playground now, you only get 3 options. You get create video, you get photo to video, and you get create music. In the create music, they took away your choices of where you could choose the genre and the mood, and they combined it into kind of like a sliding prompt where it says like pop, jazz, melancholy, but you can't change it. And I tried, you know, overriding it in my lyrics. They did do one thing. They increased the number of lyrics, characters you could put in there for their lyrics from 85 to 200, I think. Oh, you did that because you didn't want to brand yourself too much. Okay, well, that's okay. At least I know who I'm talking to. So I have been going back and forth with YouTube support about my create image option went away. You don't have a choice of 4 pictures anymore. You can't say, unless you make your own picture and put it in photo to video, you can't say, create me a woman. Well, you can in the create video, but you don't have as much control. That you can say, create a woman with platinum hair and, you know, holding an umbrella, but it gives you one choice, and it already, you know, it already creates the video for you. You can't manipulate that photo like you could before. I was pretty frustrated with it, but I've been working with it a little. I'm not quite as frustrated, but boy, they took a lot away from you, a lot of control that you had. Have you used YouTube Create? It changed a lot too. I never used, oh really? I never used, you're talking about the app, YouTube Create. I used that a little once in a while because you could put transitions in it and you could kind of resize it and manipulate it a little bit more than the YouTube. But I don't use that too much. But man, I'll tell you, I'm wrestling with my attitude toward it. You can do a few things, but I don't feel like I can do, like, I was in the middle of creating photos. I want to change my banner, and I was creating an image of the department store, the general store that I was using in Fibdiggity. And of course, I was creating a whole bunch of different images. Now you tell it, and it gives you one. And I don't know. I'm on the verge of maybe trying some more different AI apps, even if I have to pay a base price. I think I probably have used YouTube AI to the point to where I'm ready to move on to something else. I was using YouTube AI just to learn the basics of AI, and I think I pretty much have the basics down, you know, but, well, maybe not, but I'm still learning, but I don't like the recent update. I don't like what they did. They took so much away from us. I can get Gemini to make 30-second songs. Oh, that's cool. I might try Gemini. Now, Gemini is still Google, isn't it? I might try some Gemini. I'm ready to kind of move on. I might try test on some of the free images of different apps. I think, what was Allie Kay using that she liked so well? I don't know. I'm not going to quit using YouTube AI because I still think that the photo to video is halfway decent. Bye, Becky. Have a great day, and thank you so very much, Becky, for the super chat. That was so sweet of you to do that. I certainly appreciate it. 4th of July needs barbecue, holidays, and hamburgers. Thank you, Trailways. So, barbecue, of course, kind of like the 4th of July picnic. 4th of July, of course, flags, 4th of July picnic, and I'm going to include barbecue. What did you say? Barbecue, hot dogs and hamburgers. Of course. Watermelon. It's the summer. Is it URGS, isn't it? Is it ERGS or UR? I know what I mean. Is this soaking through? Let's see. Not too bad. Not too bad of a soak through. I'm holding it up to the light. Flags, of course. Flags and eagles. Those have kind of come off of my napkin collages. I like the idea of patriotic music. You know, I'd like to get some historical parades. How about children parades? You know how they always have kids riding, I'm going to put children parades. Children parades, riding their tricycles with little flags on coming off of streamers, coming off of the handlebars. Children by parades, I know what I mean. How else? Firecrackers, fireworks, of course. So I got 15 out of 48. I'll be thinking about it and making more of the list here. Gemini is Google, makes beautiful free songs. Yeah, the one thing about I've noticed with YouTube lyrics is their ending words always rhyme. Like lake and bake, goodness sakes. I could say, what rhymes with laugh? Daft. I laughed and laughed and laughed until they thought I was daft. Meri, have you ever made a very short with reimagine and taken your own video on a different, making a different scene? No, I haven't too much. I think I tried it once. I was on one of my other channels where I couldn't download it, though. I wasn't on my main channel where I have download capability, and I couldn't download it. But when we did the Northern Lights, when the Northern Lights were showing, earlier this year, I had Miss Meri and Ruby Rose watching the Northern Lights, and I tried to remix it, and it did it okay, but I couldn't download it. I might still have it out there. Craft rhymes with laugh and daft. That's right. Well, I noticed in the YouTube lyrics, all their lyrics rhyme, and most of them do. Every now and then I'll see something that doesn't rhyme. But if you go and create a lot of music, you'll see a lot of rhyming in there. And while it's not bad, it gets a little tiresome. So it's not perfect. I might try Gemini. You got me kind of curious about that. But I think I'm ready to explore some different things. I think this, and complaining about it isn't going to change it. That's for sure. I can sit here and say how frustrated I am with it. But, they put in a lot of effort to make a production change. And I know what goes behind all that. And they're not going to change things back just because I'm not happy with it. I turn my poetry into music. Oh, that's cool, Vanessa. You write poetry and make music out of it. That's cool. You can ask Gemini to make a song that does not rhyme. Well, I think I'm ready to move on to try some different things. Like I said, I was using YouTube AI to get a good hand. Well, I don't think I'm an expert in it by any means. I'm still learning good prompting, but that just takes practice. All right, I want to move on though. I don't want to rant too much about YouTube. So I'm going to be coming back with this and thinking of ideas that I can do in here. I might write a letter, maybe journal. Let's put 16. Journal some pages, personal experiences. Like we went down to the lake last week, and I haven't journaled that yet. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week we were down at the lake, and I usually journal all of that. Let's move on. But I could journal about, we used to go up, spend the 4th of July watching fireworks with the family. I don't know if we're going to be doing it this year. Let's see. I think I want to make some more washi tape out of this. Let's do that. Let's make some more washi tape, because that what I made isn't enough for Meri. And let's make it, let's see what the cuts are on this. Well, this has a nice edging here. Let's see, do I have a, I want to make it out of here. See these cuts of where I've already cut. I could use that for washi. Let's cut this off. I'll get this straightened up on my, let's move these for now. I'll move them back in a minute, but what time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock. I go until 9. I want to cut. I want to cut this. I really have it facing the wrong way. Or was I? Well, yeah, I could cut all of this. I could cut here and here. So let's turn it this way and get my scissors. And I'm going to leave the stitching for this, but I can use, it's almost 2 inches. That. Let me turn this fabric, and I can make washi tape out of this in here. And I'm going to leave the stitching on the other side of it for the other side. And of course, I'm not cutting, I'm just cutting it. It might be a little uneven in there. There we go. Let's get this off. I'll fold this up after the stream. Oh. Well, I think that's going to be a little narrow, and this is going to be a little wide. Maybe I can match it up. Matchy, matchy. Well, it's not working for me that way. Let's do it this way. For some reason, this way works better for me. I need the scissors to hold on to that for a minute while I work with this. Yeah. I really need more than one hand here because my fabric wants to go crooked. Oh, let's see how much of an overhang I have on the back. Not much. Maybe I'll just trim that off. And grab a piece of paper here. And I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. There. And I'll come back to that strip. Let's do this one. This one's longer. For some reason, this works better for me. A little. I gotta get it on there. That's a long strip. There we go. Now, I have to figure out how I'm going to do this. Do I want to... I think I will take and put my release paper away. No, it's here someplace. Hold on to that. Where's my envelope? Where did it fly off to? Oh, here's a sheet. Here's one sheet. Hold on. What I did with my envelope of release papers. Did I throw it behind me? And then cover it up with junk. See it? It disappeared. Did I stack stuff on it? Oh. Hold on, I'm looking for my envelope of release papers. I might have stacked it all up here. Might have fallen. Well, fiddlesticks, when you want it. I saved all that release paper. Now I can't find it. Did I put it in the box? I don't think I did. Nope. Well, I can't go any further with that. I'm just going to cut this. Let's cut this. I'll do the other another time. The fan is blowing my hair in my eyes. You know what might be fun to do is stitch on some fabric and then make washi tape out of the stitched fabric. That would be fun. And I'm not going to stitch on it here. It's got kind of a wrinkle in there, but that'll come out when I use it. Maybe. Might be able to adjust it after I get it cut here. There we go. You could make streamers out of this too. Boy, I could see cutting some of this and making a wreath, a 4th of July wreath. You do all sorts of stuff with it. I think I got this at Walmart. I got it on a discount, $3 a yard. Now, let's see if I can adjust this a little. It's right in there. Sometimes I can lift that fabric up and adjust it. There we go. Now, I think I'll cut this in half. Doesn't have to be perfect. This paper's slick, that's why that ink is not showing up too much. The release paper. It's a slick paper. But it's enough that I can see. And it's not perfect, it gets wider down here, but I can cut it a little different. go. You see, my my fabric was not evenly cut here, so this is sticky. So I might trim this part out of it. Might make a nice border for my pages. And this is, oh, that's sort of okay, but I'm going to take this off. All right. Let's look at the other edge. The other edge looks pretty good. And what I'm thinking now that I've done this, let's set this aside. What I'm thinking I want to do is take this and put it along the edges here. I don't know if I might need a wider strip. Because I'm afraid it wouldn't stick. Tends to peel up. I think I'll cut a wider strip. Maybe not now, not today, but. So, let's go back to my journal. And come, was it this page I was working on? Yeah. Let's flip this over and put one on this side. And these are a little thicker. I think I'll cut some the size of the paper. Move these out of the way. So if I have 48 pages, and if half of them are paper, that would be 24 papers. No, well, 24, and then you have to divide it by 8. Let's just count. 1, 2, I forgot how many signatures I had. 6, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I had 6 signatures. And if I use 2 pages to a signature, that would mean I need 12. I've got 3. I need, and I'm going to cut these in half. So I only need 3 more, right? That one's not there. And then this one. 1, 2. So I've got 4 here. I only need a couple more. I was only going to put 2 to a page, 1 on each side. We'll see. If I want more, I can use more, make more. There's 10. I'm just going to cut this whole strip up. I should have plenty. I sure will have plenty. And that's about that size. So, I've got one on this side. Now I want to cut these in half. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Maybe, I don't even know if I can fold it. I can kind of fold it. Get a crease in there. I'm not looking for perfect things here. So that's about the size of this. Not quite, it's a little smaller, but... And then I was going to put one. I've got one here. So I'm going to put one over here. I don't know how that will end up in my journal, but we'll find out. Well, I pressed it back down again. There we go. I kind of like that. With that little piece off of it. And when you don't put that release paper on it, the scissors don't like it. And it gums up my scissors. So I've got one here and one here. So put it just like that. And so when you're looking at the journal, you open it up this way, or you could open it up this way. I don't think I want them on every page. And then you flip it this way and flip it that way. So I'm going to start by doing that. So let's cut some more in half. I'm just going to eyeball it. So I think I need 5 more pages. So there's 1 page. Two pages. What time is it? 8:30? Almost 8:30. I think my clock is about 4 or 5 minutes fast. 3 pages. Pages. Now you could do things like take some photo magazine images and create patriotic Betsy Ross, a patriotic scissors, patriotic whatever. You could do a whole bunch of patriotic themes. All right, so here's one folio with the edges. Let's go to the next one, which would be, am I doing that right? Yeah, it'd be like this. So I'm going to put one here. Yeah, I have to have my pen. Otherwise, I lift up everything. Get out of my way. Put it like that, and then flip the page and put this other one here. Can't see where I'm going. Yeah, I like that. Put that one there. I think this is a smaller page. Some of these pages got smaller. I was using the ends of the paper. I don't mind that. I could make this a blue page. I'm gonna skip that page. This is a wider one. No, this is a blue page. Here we go. Yeah. So I'm kind of between now and the end of July. I'm kind of watching for what comes across my life As far as patriotic themes, 250 celebration, newspaper articles, magazine articles, even advertising, events. There'll be events, local events, advertised, that type of thing. Just to make it kind of my own time, my very own time capsule celebration box. I'm calling it a celebration box. Snip the end off here. All right, and then on this side, I need to put it down on the... I'm bending the pen. If I got it. Yeah. And it started out right. There we go. So that goes there. And I think that's the last one. So now what I want to do, I have 2 more pages. I'm going to make them blue. I'm going to cut them out of this. And I want them this width, which is 4 inches by, it doesn't matter if it's a little wider. So I want to cut 2 4-inch, and I think I'll cut them off of the sides here. So I'll have wicking. Get my trimmer out again. This is Jacqueline paper. She wicks it. There's one sheet, and I'm going to turn this over and cut this at 4. Whoops. There we go. So I'll put this with those smaller red ones. So that. This is a smaller one. This one's going to go in here. That that one with that. See, I've got tags or something to play with there. Bobby pin embellishments, I gotta put that on my list. This goes here. That's a smaller one. That one goes there. It goes like that. And like, put the stars there. Like that. We didn't do this one. Yeah, we did do that one. That. And like that. I'm going to put these in my box. I have to start collecting. I think I can put those in there. Put this in there. I'm not quite done with the box, but I gotta sort out my, what's this? This paper. All right, so I want to go back over to this one, and we're gonna put a stripe here. You know, you see a lot of advertising with the 4th. And you might save some of that if you see ink pens or buttons or whatever. Those would go nice in a collection box. Whatever I can find over the next month and a half. I'll have to go through some of my old paper items. I think I got some patriotic music, you know, in old songbooks, school songbooks. The Star Spangled Banner, God Bless America, Yankee Doodle Dandy, those type of songs. And if you can't find them, you could probably find public images, which I might look for anyway. If I can get my next printer over, my new printer over the next month. There. This one here. And yep, I measured correctly. No, I got 2 extra. I'll use that one and that one. Put these 2 back in the box. I want to thank you guys. It's what? 8:45? No, 8:35, I think. Did I lose my stream? No, I'm still here. I just lost it on my video went away. There's Joyce. Hi, Joyce. And Angie, welcome in. And hi, MRT. MRT, welcome in, ladies. Carol, hi, Carol. Wait a minute. A lot of people popped in that I've missed saying hello to. Let me refresh my chat. Welcome in, welcome in. MRT says, oh, Carol. Oh, it's Marty? Hi, Marty. I saw MRT. MRT. It's Marty. Hi, Marty. Says, I've done that too, Joyce. I turn it over so that I can snip it up and it turns out how it turns out. Angie, I'm sure they're wonderful. Joyce says. Angie says, I think I'm going to put this ATC cards in an envelope so I won't change my mind. That's a good idea. Carol says, hello. Marty says, no worries, Angie. I didn't use the E for a while. Joyce says, hi, Carol. Hi, Carol. Hi, Joyce. Me either. Good morning, everyone, Carol says. Good morning, Carol. Welcome in. Joyce says, I'm going to start making masterboards with my paper scraps. That's really a good idea. Use up those paper scraps. I might do that too because I got a lot of paper scraps. I kind of walked away from the journals. I haven't walked away. I've moved on to doing this 4th of July project. Marty says, scraps too. Angie says, Marty, for years I didn't know your name had an E until now, but I'm not changing it now. And Marty said she just added the E. Marty says, it does indeed. Those days you don't know what you want to do. Use up the scraps. S-wraps. I'll tell you, I had one of those days yesterday. I was debating whether I should stay home and mow the lawn and work in the yard or go thrifting. Because my brother went to the funeral and they went up to Lincoln and I was here. And I didn't think that was fun. And so I was going to sneak away and go thrifting. But the more I thought about it, the more I said, well, I really don't need anything. I could have gotten some groceries or something. And I did need to get out and work in the yard. And so I was good and I stayed home. And I'm sure glad I did because I thought they were going to be gone all day. He came trooping in around 1:30. And he said they didn't stay for, it was really kind of an all-day celebration there. They had an early morning funeral, and then they were going to the burial, and they were going to have eat, and then they were going to have something after that. I didn't expect them home till about 4 or 5 o'clock. But I didn't want to leave the door unlocked when I left, and I didn't want to lock him out because I wasn't sure he had his key. But I stayed home. And I got enough stuff around here to use. And I got some Amazon orders, so I really kind of didn't need to buy stuff just to buy it. So I was good and stayed home. I made some ice cream. I made some vanilla and toffee ice cream. That was yummy. And, well, I'm trying to think what I had for supper last night. I can't remember. Maybe I didn't eat supper. Maybe that's why I can't remember. I don't think I ate supper last night. I made some popcorn around 6:30. I think that was my supper. I made some scrambled eggs for breakfast. I made scrambled eggs and cheese and used up some of those onions and onion greens. I think that's what I had for lunch. And I really wasn't hungry after that. Usually 1 meal a day, if I eat late, fills me up. Oh, I know, I ate some toast. I ate some toast too. This is my last one. My last edging here. I don't want to put edging on all the pages because I might want some full pages. All right. Let me get this. Joyce said, Marty, that's a good idea. I'll bet it uses up a lot of scraps. And Marty said, I overthink when I make them for someone too, Ange. And so I make tags, ATC cards, and such. What are we making? Angie says, this may be my last one. Too much brain work. I'm giggling at you, Angie. Joyce, I hope so. This is my first swap. Oh, are you doing the swap? I think Angie's doing that patriotic swap. I went to Hobby Lobby and got stickers and used. Hey, Dar, it's always good to see you. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for popping in. Joyce, you didn't waste any time. Did you get them all done, Joyce? She says, no, I don't. Angie says, sheesh, I didn't like some of my ATC cards, so I redid them. You know, I do that every now and then, Angie. I'll even have a giveaway and not like what I've done, and they're still sitting here because I don't like them. I painted some Ruby Rose postcards, and I don't like her face, and I think I'm going to paint it out and redo it. And I think I gave one to Becky's mother. I remember Becky's mother was supposed to get one. And I never sent them because I didn't like it. Dar says, hi, Joyce. I missed you the last couple of days. I hope you're well. Joyce says, hi, Dar. I'm fine. I just had things I needed to get done. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Joyce says, Marty, hee hee. Marty's waving. And Marty says, yum. I think I'm going to pull the rest of my onions today. I only pulled a half patch. But I want to put my zinnias. I want to transplant some zinnias. The onions are ready to pull because they're just supposed to be table salad onions. They're not supposed to be big old onions. All right, let's get rid of scraps. Let's get rid of scraps. This, I think I'm just going to put in my box. I didn't make washi out of it because I couldn't find my envelope of release paper. So this is going to go in my box. I'll put this in my box. This is scrap. I threw some scraps over here. I'm learning to clean up after myself here. If I clean up along the way, then I don't have such a mess at the end. All right. I got a full wastebasket. Although if you look at my room in here, you'd say you were cleaning up, Mary. Where? I have to be careful. I'm on the way to loading up the center of my room again, and I don't want to do that. Let's put this here. Put my ruler away. What time is it? It's getting pretty close to 9. I'm going to put these in my box. I'm happy with my box now. I'm going to put this in my box too. And I think I'm going to save some of these out to slow stitch. It would be fun to maybe paint some of these stars gold or put some, this definitely needs some gold in here somewhere. But my box, I'm pretty happy with. I think once I get this other flap on the side here, I think it's going to be stronger. I might have to clean up these edges a little bit more. I know what I can do with the last few minutes here. I want to experiment. Let's put this back up here. Oh, I wanted to put, well, let me snip off a piece here. We'll snip off the red. I'm going to experiment with that. I'm going to put these back in my box. Here's some more washi that I didn't cut yet. That can go in my box. Here's some tape. Not get anything else over here that can go in there. No. Well, I do down below, but we'll do that later. We'll just, because I'll be opening this. I don't know if I'm going to work on this tonight. When I work on something in the morning, Friday mornings, I like to do something different at night. So we'll see. I might get it out, I might not. I'm going to experiment with this real quick here. I want to see how this will paint. I want to see, and I'm even going to take a piece of painter's tape. I want to see how it works with the painter's tape if I just paint. Because if I paint the box, I'm thinking about painting a border around the box. I want to see if I paint the border around the box, if I can tape it off and get a clean edge. Let's try the other side too, just for the fun of it. I might work on making Penelope's outfit tonight. I was going to make her a pair of overalls. And I don't know if overalls will fit her very well, because getting a bib on her, it would have to come down this way and down that way and then go around. But I could have, she doesn't have arms. But I might work on doing an outfit for her tonight. Well, I like to do different things. Okay, I'm just going to paint this right in here, and I want to paint it red, I think, because that's red. Let's see what red I have. Well, maybe, is this red? No, that's Georgia clay. I don't want Georgia clay. Let's see what I have. Where are my reds? Here's a red. It's a red apple. And let's get out a paper towel. I saw them around here someplace. I have plenty to do. I could work in my sunshine journal tonight. I want to do different things. I don't like to work on one thing until it's finished. I'm not there. I like to mix it up. All right, we're going to, I'm just going to see how this paints with craft paint. Turn this upside down a little and work out of the cap. See, imagine that this is the side of my box and that I'm painting a border around it. Now, and see it's soaking in. I don't mind if it soaks in and a little bit shows through. I don't know if you can see, but I can see the stripes here. Imagine you could if you enlarged it. Let's give it some more on here. But I don't mind if some shows through. I want a border. Now I'm going to kind of let that dry. Let's, if I got my heat gun in here. Close that good. Put my brush back in the water. Put my paints away. I'm going to have to go through this cart and put all the colors. I mix up the colors. I had them all organized. Let's see what I have down here for my heat gun. Oh, my heat gun went off too. Is he hiding in here? Hiding underneath my trash. Yep. My trash sack was covering him up. This will be the last thing I do today. I want to dry this and pull that tape and see if what it did. I'm looking for my plug-in. Hold on. Okay. Now, hold on. My chair's being ornery. I wasn't on the red button. I think that's pretty dry. Let me unplug my heat gun. I don't like leaving that one unplugged in. Maybe we could make Penelope a patriotic. Maybe we can make Penelope a patriotic outfit tonight. Wouldn't that be fun? I go live at 7:30 tonight. Maybe sometime today, if I find the right time, I'll make some trim, some patriotic tatted trim. Well, why isn't this? I'm thinking a patriotic dress for Penelope tonight. I've been telling her I'm going to give her a new outfit. This is trim. Hold on. There. Let's pull this. Let's pull this. I just got a few minutes here. Yeah, I think this is going to work. See, I just got... Now I'll just put it on the paper towel. Let me hold it up. See, it did not blur too much over into this. If this would have been a darker blue, but see what I'm thinking of doing is on my box, paint a border. So if I painted a red border around here, it would probably work better with the enamel paint, but I really don't have enamel. And I'm just going to paint around here. I probably will not work on it tonight because I worked on it today. I'm going to put this in here to remind me. So I am ready to sign off. I want to thank you guys for coming and spending a part of your morning with me, Friday morning. Have a really, really, really good weekend. Be safe. Don't forget Jacqueline, Lovely's Crafting Lodge, usually comes on at 4:30 p.m. Eastern to sell. She sells dyed papers and a lot of dyed items. She's been making beads, so I don't know what she's got in mind for those. But have a really good weekend. I will see you at 7:30 tonight. Thank you, guys. Bye.